bring up a specific example that I know that everyone who's watching this video really wants to get to. It's H1C1. What's going on with H1C1? Right? The truth of H1C1 is that there is no team working on the game. You know, it was almost sunset. And now it's been massive explosion around it because we said a few words around the fact that we have a team working on the code base. And I want to clarify that statement. What do we mean with working on the code base? And this is actually the EG7 team. The EG7 team, our technical guys, they've been evaluating the code base and looking into community and trying to figure out, because of course there was no team there, so the knowledge around the code base was very sparse. So it took a lot of the early year just putting everything in order. And now I can tell you we have running builds of Just Survive and early builds of the game and so on. You know, we have those things working, but from there, that's not the end answer to things. What we realized in taking that step, when we did this research, we talked to the community, was, okay, you know, a lot of people are saying they want pre-season 3. Some people don't want that. They want the new version of the game. You know, that version had a ton of bugs that are now fixed, but there were also changes that people didn't like. Some people, the most important thing to them is that we relaunch Just Survive. So where we are right now is that we've taken the time, we've looked through everything, we've seen where we are, we have understood the code base, which took a lot longer than people would imagine, as there weren't a lot of people who could give us the information, so we sort of had to do archaeology with our technical team, which is a very competent technical team. And what we've come up with is now the fact that, you know, we've taken that step. Now the future of H1C1, we're not going to tell you that it's launching tomorrow, because, and I'm sorry for that, it's not going to be that close. And I actually want to say to everyone who's playing it today, you're not going to see updates very short in time, you know, next month or 2 months from now into the game. And I think that's important. I know a lot of people are very, very much asking us for this, but it's not possible. There's no team there. It takes time to find a team. It takes time to re-engage them, and it also takes now time with all this information that we've gotten to make the right decision for the community. Because I think that in the past it has already been done before, where another team took over, it didn't work out, people were very frustrated, and I don't think anyone wants that. So what I'm saying here is trying to be very straight with everyone. You know, what are we thinking? Yes, we want to do more with H1C1 in some form. What is that more? You know, is that giving players access to the servers so that they can play this version and we'll do a new version? Is that we update these versions significantly so that they're not that buggy and broken, both with maybe Just Survive and pre-season 3 with the new updates or something like that? That we don't know yet. That we are in that phase of that making those choices and going down that road. But what we do want to know is from the community still, what are your preferences here? Because it's not very easy for us. You know, we have all these pieces together and we're now moving in that direction. And this is special. And the reason why H1C1 is a bit special, and I'm gonna transition to that now, is that because there is no team. So in this case, we are gonna have to move it somewhere, right? And here is an example of where EG7 steps in as an owner. We say, here's this brand that people love, with the game that people love, that we of course want to be treated well, but there's no one there steering it or doing it, or, you know, being in charge of it. Then we will try to find someone who can take that torch, and then we will leave the situation, and then you'll have to go to that developer or that plays the community to talk to them. So that's I think that's very important to understand.